Welcome back to Arsenal News TV, and today we're going to look at Arsenal's impressive 11 next season as Mikel Arteta gets 4 new summer signings, and Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta is keen to make additions to his squad this summer. And when it comes to Arsenal, they could have a new look side next season if Mikel Arteta gets those 4 summer targets. The Gunners need to bounce back from back-to-back 8th place finishes in the Premier League, and a squad overhaul is required. So you have to wait and see who Mikel Arteta is going to put into the lineup, but I think this is how I think he will be lining up next season. So let's get right into it. So in terms of the goalkeeper, it will be in the form of Andre Onana, and Andre Onana will not be able to start the season with Arsenal if he does indeed complete a move to the Emirates. The Ajax goalkeeper is heavily linked with the Gunners and had his doping ban reduced on Thursday to 9 months. Andre Onana can therefore start playing again in early November and train 2 months earlier in September. It remains to be seen what the future holds for Bernd Leno, so Andre Onana will be starting in goal. So in terms of the right back position, it will be in the form of RB Leipzig star Tyler Adams, as he adds to a long list of right backs Mikel Arteta has been linked with. Tyler Adams' versatility of also being able to play in midfield is attractive to the Arsenal boss, and when it comes to Tyler Adams, he's that inverted right back Mikel Arteta wants in that right back position, and Tyler Adams could be that perfect addition Mikel Arteta needs for next season, and he could be the new Hector Bellerin replacement. So in terms of the right centre-back position, it will be in the form of Fulham defender Tosin Adarabioyo, who is a reported target and has a release clause of £10 million in his contract. And Mikel Arteta has previously worked with Tosin Adarabioyo at Manchester City, and he views him as a possible long-term replacement to David Luiz, or someone that could come instead of the likes of Rowe Holding, and someone that could probably challenge William Saliba if Mikel Arteta doesn't prefer William Saliba. So Tosin Adarabioyo will be the new right centre-back. Partnering him, it will be in the form of Gabriel Magalhaes, and Gabriel Magalhaes has had a mixed season in his first full season for the Gunners. When it comes to Gabriel Magalhaes, he's someone that excelled very well at the start, where he won 3 Player of the Month awards for Arsenal. But then there was moments where he had dips, but then he came back. So when it comes to Gabriel Magalhaes, he's had that full season to adapt to the Premier League, see the difficulty when compared to Ligue 1, and now he'll probably move into that next full season with much more confidence. So in terms of the left back position, it will be in the form of Kieran Tierney, and he is someone that's pretty much one of the first players on Mikel Arteta's team sheet. When it comes to Kieran Tierney, the one problem I have with him is his injuries, but when it comes to Kieran Tierney, a full fit Kieran Tierney, he can be a very top player. It looks like Arsenal have a gem in their hands. He's someone that's been a shining light in a struggling Arsenal squad. But when it comes to Kieran Tierney, he's someone that we need to find a cover to. But Kieran Tierney will be the starting left back for the Gunners. So in terms of the right centre mid position, it will be in the form of Thomas Partey. Even though he's had a difficult first season at the club, like Gabriel Magalhaes, he's had the opportunity now to have a first full season with the Gunners. For me, he's had everything that could go wrong in an Arsenal shirt in his first full season. So now, hopefully, there will be better luck for Thomas Partey, and he'll be able to excel and hopefully have new players alongside him. But when it comes to Thomas Partey, now he'll have that opportunity to adapt to the Premier League and see its difficulty, and he will definitely be starting in that midfield position. So alongside him, it will be in the form of Rodrigo de Paul, and he is another target that has been linked with Arsenal, and the Udinese midfielder has a potential talks over the Gunners at the moment, and he has scored 9 goals and 9 assists in Serie A last season, and he is someone that pretty much is a one-man team. He's the one that guides Udinese away from relegation. He's the guy that prevents Udinese from getting relegated. So Rodrigo de Paul has the responsibility, and he could be an Arsenal player. So in terms of the number 10 role, it will be in the form of Emile Rowe, as he did make the number 10 role his own in the second half of last term, and he deserves to keep his spot next season. And in terms of Mikel Arteta, he's lucky that Emile Rowe is the reason why he's still in this football club as the manager, because if he didn't integrate him into the squad and stuck with the likes of Willian, then Emile Rowe wouldn't have been able to show that game that he did versus Chelsea and pretty much get that good run of form and pretty much save Mikel Arteta's job. So in terms of the right winger role, it will be in the form of Nicolas Pepe, and he is someone that deserves a run of games at the start of next season after finishing the last campaign on fire. And his goal contributions have been something that the Gunners needed, because they have been struggling in front of goal last season, and that's one of the biggest worries for Mikel Arteta. But with the way Nicolas Pepe ended the season, he looked very good. He's been getting goals in, he's been getting braces in certain matches. So Nicolas Pepe is enjoying his football, and now he needs that run of games to keep delivering for the Gunners. So alongside him in that left winger role, it will be in the form of Bukayo Saka, and just like Kieran Tierney, he will be one of the first names on the team sheet, and he completes the attack. He was rewarded for his brilliant performances for the Gunners as he got the call-up to England, and he even impressed in one of his England debuts. And when it comes to Bukayo Saka, I think he's a player that definitely starts for Mikel Arteta alongside Nicolas Pepe. When it comes to Bukayo Saka, he's someone that could offer Mikel Arteta a range of things, and him and Kieran Tierney down that left flank is something that will cause mayhem for any defence. So in that striker role, it will be in the form of Alexandre Lacazette, as I think there will be no new signings in the front line, as Alexandre Lacazette remaining as the main striker. Lacazette's future is in doubt with his contract set to expire in 2022. His departure would lead to the Gunners exploring alternative options in the transfer markets. But I think what Alexandre Lacazette offers when compared to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Lacazette can do that link-up play, allow the other players to run in behind, and he will give those balls in. So when it comes to Mikel Arteta, I think this is how I think he will line up the Gunners, and I think this will be his impressive 11 next season, as we have been linked with 4 possible targets and very viable options for Mikel Arteta, like the likes of Adarabioyo. He could fill in that right centre-back position if Mikel Arteta is not so keen on William Saliba. In that right-back position, we got that inverted right-back that Mikel Arteta has been looking for, as it didn't work out with Hector Bellerin, and it could be in the form of Tyler Adams. Alongside Thomas Partey, you could go with a more attacking midfield in the form of Rodrigo de Paul, or you can even change the formation with 2 number 8s and Thomas Partey dropping as a number 6. And when it comes to Mikel Arteta, I think he's got a good lineup with the goalkeeper like Andre Onana, so you have to wait and see what happens. But other than that, guys, remain blessed. Stay tuned for the next video, and peace. Thank you for watching the video. At least we have something important to celebrate: a record 14th FA Cup win last year. Make sure you click the special link that I've put in the description and comment FA Cup if you bought one. Hit the like button if you liked the video, subscribe, click one of the videos on the screen right now, and I'll see you there.